We're going to jump into transitions, right? We're basically going to shoot a 3-target drill on 2 targets, right? Ben will make an example of what we want out of this. Target 1, target 2, and then back to target 1.
Can you beat me a couple times, Matt? That would be...
Yeah. Like the 3-second beat?
Sure.
Like a whole bunch or what?
I'll do a few reps, man. I want to show people the thing.
Stand by.
Okay.
Stand by. Stand by.
All right. So I did it a few different ways. The first time I did it, obviously I was over confirming, right? Like trying to stop and stabilize the sight for everything. I tried to make it so I was staring at the dot as well. So you saw that demeanor shift when I like tilt my head down when I draw the gun. That is not a good sign. When you see somebody doing that, it's like they're probably looking for the sight rather than looking at where they want the sight to go. Now, what do you think happened on the second iteration? I definitely shot faster. Right. All right, and what do you think I was staring at the whole time? The dot, right. So you could see instead of the rounds tracking to where I wanted, I saw red and I shot as the gun tracked into the brown. Then I shot pushing the gun from spot to spot on the targets, and they went, like the hits went out of where they were meant to be because I was staring at red. I see brown behind the red, and I'm just kind of pulling the trigger and painting the red through the brown. The third iteration was more what you want, where it's just like, look at a spot, reacting to the color. My eye would come off of the sight and find a spot, and then the sight would track to where I'm looking. The big analogy that I like is that of a mouse. Use a mouse pointer. So, do you follow the arrow around the screen? No, you do not. Right? I mean, and people do it right because it's so inefficient and uncomfortable to do it wrong, but actually think about how you use a mouse. You look at the icons that you want. You're like, yep, that particular piece of pornographical material is what I want. The pointer comes over to where I'm looking. You're like, yep, and then you click. Now, you're not thinking about your hand about pushing the mouse across the pad faster. You intuitively know that's not going to make you fast, right? It's more a precision thing. It's like I look at what I want, and the pointer comes to me. Also, you don't follow the pointer around the screen because then you lose track of, what the background would be, right? Instead, you're like, no, I want that thing, and the pointer comes to where I'm looking. You use the sight exactly the same way. Look where you want it to go. Don't look at it. Don't focus on mechanically pushing the sight where you want to go faster. Look where you want it to go. Trust and believe it's going to come to where you're looking. If you're doing it right, you're going to feel slow, right? Because you're looking at the spot you want, and the gun's tracking over there, and you're kind of waiting for it to come to where you're looking. Does that make sense? Is feeling slow a problem? Yeah, I would say it is. I mean, the fact that you feel slow, you want to start changing things to make it feel fast. Like eventually, like when you're doing that at a high level, you're not really rushing or pushing or trying to make anything happen. You're just looking where you want the bullets to go, and you're kind of waiting for the sight to go there. But again, the idea that you feel slow, that's a problem for people because they don't feel like they're trying hard enough. Does that make sense? All right. Anything else?
Big part I see with this is like efficiencies, right? Eyes ahead of the gun, but your ability to go from task to task to task with no delay, right? See, a lot of times guys will shoot 2 rounds, then transition 2 rounds, transition 2 rounds, right? What am I doing wrong with that? Is there any point after that second round is fired to stay on the target? No, eyes immediately come off of it.
Yeah.
Right? The gun, you're not going to transition and recoil, like get that out of it's fucking impossible. Right? The idea that I'm going to ride the recoil, like you're just doing that mechanically. Right? I'm going to shoot, boom, the gun comes out of battery back into battery in about 5/100ths of a second. 5 to 6/100ths of a second. Right? Your transition time is going to be more than 3 times that. Right? For fast transition. So, getting your eyes ahead of the gun, don't muscle it, right? But when the shooting's done on that, immediately go to the next task. Shoot, back to the next task, right? That's what the efficiency that's going to build speed.
And another thing is like the visual indicator of this, of what Matt's saying, is you should not see the sight return on the target you just shot. So it's like you see the sight come in there, it bounces up, comes right, bounces up again in recoil, and then my eyes are somewhere else, and I'm not aware of it coming down. Does that make sense? You should not see that.
All right, let's get the first guys up.